In a world filled with distractions and constant demands on our attention, mindfulness offers a way to reclaim our presence and live fully in each moment. It's not just a meditative practice, it's a way of being, one that enhances clarity, reduces stress, and deepens our connection to life. Welcome back to the School of Buddha. Today, we're diving into the transformative practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness, or sati in Pali, is often described as the heart of Buddhist practice. It's the ability to bring awareness to the present moment with openness and non-judgment. Instead of being lost in thoughts about the past or worries about the future, mindfulness invites us to anchor ourselves in the here and now, experiencing life as it unfolds. The Buddha emphasized mindfulness as a foundational practice, teaching that it is essential for cultivating wisdom, compassion, and liberation. One of his core teachings on mindfulness is the four foundations of mindfulness, which guide us in observing the body, feelings, mind, and mental objects. By becoming intimately aware of these aspects of experience, we develop insight into the nature of reality and free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. Let's start with the first foundation, mindfulness of the body. The Buddha taught that the body is a powerful anchor for mindfulness because it is always in the present moment. Practices like mindful breathing, walking, and observing physical sensations help us reconnect with the body and ground ourselves. For example, in meditation, we might focus on the breath, noticing the sensation of air entering and leaving the nostrils. This simple practice not only calms the mind, but also reveals the transient nature of each breath. The second foundation is mindfulness of feelings. In this context, feelings refer to sensations of pleasure, pain, or neutrality that arise in response to our experiences. By observing feelings mindfully, we begin to see how they influence our actions and reactions. For instance, when we experience a pleasant sensation, we might notice a desire to hold on to it. When we encounter discomfort, we might feel an urge to push it away. Mindfulness helps us observe these patterns without being controlled by them. The third foundation is mindfulness of the mind itself, our thoughts, emotions, and mental states. Here, we learn to observe the mind's tendencies without identifying with them. For example, if we notice a thought like, "I'm not good enough," mindfulness allows us to see it as a passing mental formation rather than a fixed truth. This perspective creates space for freedom, allowing us to respond to life's challenges with clarity rather than reactivity. The fourth foundation is mindfulness of mental objects, including the teachings of impermanence, suffering, and non-self. By contemplating these truths, we deepen our understanding of the nature of existence and cultivate wisdom. Let's try a brief mindfulness practice together. Take a comfortable seat and close your eyes if it feels right. Begin by bringing your attention to your breath. Notice the sensation of each inhale and exhale, observing it without trying to change it. When a thought arises, gently label it thinking and return to the breath. If you feel a sensation in your body, such as warmth or tension, observe it without judgment, noting sensation. With practice, this simple exercise helps train the mind to stay present and engaged. Mindfulness isn't limited to formal meditation. It's a practice we can bring into every aspect of our lives. Whether we're eating, walking, or conversing, mindfulness invites us to fully experience each moment. For example, when eating a meal, instead of rushing or multitasking, we can savor each bite, noticing the flavors, textures, and sensations. This transforms an ordinary activity into an opportunity for presence and gratitude. One story from the Buddhist tradition illustrates the power of mindfulness in daily life. A monk asked the Buddha, "What is the secret to enlightenment?" The Buddha replied, "When you walk, walk. When you sit, sit. But don't wobble." This simple teaching reminds us that mindfulness is about doing one thing at a time, with full awareness and presence. As we close this episode, I invite you to explore mindfulness in your own life. Choose one activity, such as brushing your teeth, drinking tea, or walking, and approach it with complete attention. Notice how this practice shifts your experience, bringing a sense of calm and connection to the present moment. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of mindfulness. If you like this podcast, please like and share it with your loved ones and comment your thoughts about it. In our next episode, we'll discuss compassion in action, exploring how Buddhist principles guide us in creating a kinder, more equitable world. Until then, may you find peace in the present moment, and may mindfulness illuminate your path.